Hi everyone. Are you ready to do your speak out exercises? My name is Samantha Allenderry. I'm a speech language pathologist and the founder of Parkinson Voice Project. I'm here to take you through the 6 speak out exercises. We will also do some nonsense words. These are exercises to strengthen the back of your tongue, which is very important for swallowing. Last week we were learning about the 7 habits of highly effective people. We got through habit 3, and so for today's reading and cognitive exercises, we will be going through habit 4, which is win-win. Let's all take a sip of water and we will get started with the strengthening exercises. How was your weekend, by the way? Was it win-win? You'll learn more about what that means later in the broadcast. But let's go ahead and start with the first speak out exercise, which is the warm-up. I want you to lift your voice and speak out like you're projecting it over a large crowd. Here we go. May, me, my, mo, moo. Don't let your voice trail off. Keep it strong the whole time. Here we go. May, me, my, mo, moo. Every syllable up and over. Let's do it again. May, me, my, mo, moo. Dopamine helps to control and coordinate the voice. And so that's what we're doing. We're using lots of intent. There's not enough dopamine. So we're having to use the intentional motor system to control and to coordinate the muscle movements required for speaking and for swallowing. We're warming up the voice. Let's do another one. May, me, my, mo, moo. Nice and controlled. We're going to do one more. Here we go. Lots of intent. May, me, my, mo, moo. All right, take a sip of water, everyone. Take a sip of water. By the way, is it your birthday or your anniversary this week? Let us know. We want to celebrate with intent with you. The second speak out exercise is the ah. This works on coordinating the muscle movements required for supporting your breath support for speech, so that you don't trail off at the end of your sentences, and you have the endurance, the strength to keep your voice strong all the way through. Let's go ahead and do an ah, and it's up and over a crowd in front of us. Here we go. Ah. Keep the sound steady all the way through. Here we go. Keep the mouth open the whole time. Try to relax too. You don't want to be very tense when you do this, okay? You're projecting the voice forward. You're letting it flow out of you. Ready? takes a lot of control to keep that volume, to make it not be shaking, to not let it trail off. You've got to use a lot of intent. Let's do one more. Here we go. The airflow is in front of you. You don't feel it here. It's not like, it's not here. It's in front of you. Let's try one more. Ready? Good. We're done with the warm-ups and the ahs. We're going to move on to the glides, but we need to take a sip of water first. As you bring the glass to your mouth, think about it. Think about it. You've got to think about it and swallow with intent. If you tend to cough when you drink thin liquids, try to see if you use a compensatory strategy, if that will help you. If you really think about it and take just a tiny sip, do you cough? If you use a straw, is that easier for you? Some people will say, oh, don't use a straw. Those are bad. But that's not really true. It's different for everybody. For some people, it is easier to use a straw because they can control the amount better if they don't suck it in real fast. So, for example, some people take the water and it kind of goes everywhere. So, in that case, sometimes a straw, because it's directing it right here, it will help. But for other people, they will suck too fast, and then the thin liquid will go down the throat too fast. Remember that slowness of movement is a symptom of Parkinson, so the thin liquid runs down too quickly before the person swallows. But it's different for everybody, but you can try just taking a tiny sip at a time. Think about it. Be mindful. Ready? And it might be easier for you. All right, let's move on to the third speak out exercise, the glide. I want you to project an ah forward and then slowly glide up. Here we go with intent. Ah. Stop. Ah. Notice that I don't go as low as I can. I start and stop at about the same pitch. Let's do it again. Speak out. Stop all the way. The sound is always in front of me. Let's do another one. Get the sound in front of you. Ready? Stop. Don't hold your breath. Let's do some stair steps, okay? You might know what I'm going to do. If not, you can listen first. We'll do 2 notes. Ready? In front. Oh. What am I doing? Yeah, that's right. Oh, gosh. Okay, let's do it again. Ready? Go. Wait, I'm doing something wrong. Okay. Forget it. You know what? Let's do a glide. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. Let's do a glide. Ready? Stop. My brain doesn't want to do stair steps today. Let's do one more glide. Ready with me? Stop. Okay, let's all take a sip of water with intent and we'll move on to the counting. All right, we're going to do a tough one today. It's surprising how much harder this one is than counting to 12 or 16, but it really is. This is why this one is towards the end of the Speak Out workbook. The Speak Out workbook works in a hierarchy where it starts out more simple and then it gets more complex as you go through. Every number, you're lifting your voice and projecting it forward. Here we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Lift your voice. 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. I want you to say 100, like you're saying it over a crowd. Ready? 100. Are you exaggerating and moving your articulators with intent? Ready? 100. Do the last line. 85. Ready? 85, 90, 95, 100. Do it again. Start with 85. 85, 90, 95, 100. Did you get all the numbers in front of you? That's what it is to speak out. Get it in front of you. Start with 85 again. Ready? 85, 90, 95, 100. Start at the beginning. Every number in front of you. Speak out. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Wait. Now. 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Okay. Let's get some water. On a scale of 1 to 10, are you working at an 8 or 9? You don't want to just be going through the motions. You want to be working hard. All right. So I have some good news. So far, we have 207 people who have joined our global virtual choir. Have you joined yet? Do not wait any longer. It's not too late. The recordings are due back to Parkinson Voice Project on September 13th. So you still have time. And don't worry if you can't come to the rehearsals. We are emailing out videos, recordings of the rehearsals. So don't let that stop you. We also have a video where you can practice on your own. We do have rehearsal today. Marty will be leading today's rehearsal at 10:45 Central Time. We will be recording it. So listen, go join the choir and don't say you can't sing. There are so many good things that will come from singing with intent. If you can sing Sweet Caroline, And I don't mean just sing it, but I mean really focus on lifting your voice and projecting it forward, and you can make it through the 2-minute song with high concentration. You can carry on a conversation with intent. There's so much more to being in the choir than just being in the choir. It will really help you. Don't wait. Join it and encourage your family to sing with you. I'm going to be singing with my son. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and start with our reading. Now, when we get to the reading exercise, this is the 5th speak out exercise. What we're doing is coordinating the breathing muscles with the vocal folds and the lips and the tongue and the cheek. We're coordinating it all together. Remember, without enough dopamine, it's hard to control and coordinate the muscles involved in speaking. That's why people with Parkinson struggle with speech, 90%. So we're going to learn more about habit 4, win-win. So let me go ahead and share my screen. If you're new to the broadcast, I do encourage you to practice using an iPad or a computer. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. It's already on let's make it 200%. Okay, that's about as big as I can make it on my end. Okay, project your voice over the crowd. Ready? Habit 4. Think win-win. Do it again. Speak out. Habit 4. Think win-win. Now we're going to do something that's a little bit tricky. Remember I said dopamine helps you control your speech. Before you read any of the words in red, I want you to pause. So we're going to use intent. We're going to force ourselves to read in a different way. So it'll be like this. Win-win is a belief in the third alternative. You see how I paused? All right, here we go. Win-win is a belief in the third alternative. And stretch out the red words. So this one will be like this. It's not your way or my way. So we're forcing ourselves to stop before we get to a red word, okay? And if you rush your speech, this is a great way to practice. Here we go. Ready? It's not your way or my way. Let's try it again. Ready? It's not your way or my way. Ready? It's a better way, a higher way. This is very hard for people with Parkinson's to stop like this. So it's a good way to practice, and I want you to download the reading material so you can practice later today. Let's try it again. Pause before the red words. Ready? It's a better way, a higher way. Next, a true partnership is a win-win rather than winner take all. Try it again. A true partnership is a win-win rather than winner take all. Do you have the hang of it now? Keep going. The law of win-win says, let's not do it your way or my way. Let's do it the best way. Try it again. I know this is tricky, but it's good. You've got to learn how to use intent and control your speech. Here we go. The law of win-win says, let's not do it your way or my way. Let's do it the best way. Ready? The best way is the way that aligns with our values, and principles. Pause before every word that is in red. Ready? The best way is the way that aligns with our values and principles. Ready? Change your mindset from win-lose to win-win. Try it again. Up and over. Change your mindset from win-lose to win-win. So, when you were concentrating on stopping before the red words, did you forget to speak out at the same time? You got to speak out. Ready? When you win, I win, we all win. Try it again. When you win, I win, we all win. Next one. I win the private victory when I make up my mind and commit to living by principles and serving worthy purposes. It's very hard, isn't it? Let's slow it down a little bit. Ready? I win the private victory when I make up my mind and commit to living by principles and serving worthy purposes. Are you working hard? Here we go. Win-win is a balancing act between courage and consideration. Try it again. Speak out. Win-win is a balancing act between courage and consideration. So I was thinking about win-win as it applies to us and our family relationships. So, for example, me and my husband, or me and my daughter, me and my son. Are we in a win-win relationship, or are we in a win-lose relationship? This isn't just about business, and I'll just give you an example. Last night, my husband was out with his brothers at their home, and I was at home, and the coffee pot still hadn't been cleaned from the morning, and there were dirty dishes, and to be honest, I didn't feel like doing them. I could have left them. But what would have happened had I left them and hadn't cleaned them up? In the mornings, I'm usually busy, and so my husband will make coffee and he'll make breakfast. And had I left the coffee pot dirty and the dirty dishes in the sink, it would have been win-lose for me last night. I got to relax and watch my movie instead of doing the dishes, but it would have been lose for him. And this morning it would have been lose-lose for both of us, because maybe he wouldn't have made breakfast, or I don't know, he would have had to spend time doing that. It's a little example, but I really want y'all to think about it, especially with Parkinson's. I think it is tough. You have to rely sometimes on other people for things. Is it a win-lose relationship? What are you doing to make it win-win? To be honest, sometimes just simply saying please and thank you is great. Helping out at home as you're able, doing what you can to make it win-win. Guess what? Speaking with intent, using your best voice, not having your spouse ask you to repeat, is win-win. So I want you to think about that. All right, so we are going to go ahead and do Dr. Boone's words. I want you to speak out, up and over. Ready? Gula gun ga ga. Gula gun ga ga. Speak out. Work hard. This one faster. Cucamonga. Again. Cucamonga. Again. Cucamonga. We're working hard. Ready? Gangla. 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 And the last one, kukla. 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 We skipped our cognitive. I'm going to ask you a question. I want you to speak out. Give me an example of what it means to be courageous. And I want you to say every word, speak out. What does it mean to be courageous? Go ahead. I want you to think of people you know who are courageous. They can be people in your family, friends, church, famous people. Who do you think of when you think of a courageous person? Say it with intent. And last question before the bonus reading. How can you be courageous? Because you are courageous. How can you be courageous and promote win-win in your life? Go ahead with intent. All right, guess what? It's time for the bonus reading. All right, here we go. If you're new to the broadcast, this reading is more challenging, but you can do it. And I still want you to stop all the way before you read any word that is in red. Let's speak out over a large crowd. Imagine you are Stephen Covey giving a presentation, teaching to others, and your microphone went out. Ready? Habit 4. Think win-win. Think win-win means to work effectively with others to achieve optimal results. All right, start with think win-win. Ready? Think win-win means to work effectively with others to achieve optimal results. Think win-win isn't about being nice, nor is it a quick fix technique. Are you with me? Let's try it again. Pause before every red word. Speak out. Think win-win isn't about being nice, nor is it a quick fix technique. It is a character-based code for human interaction and collaboration. Start with it is. Ready? It is a character-based code for human interaction and collaboration. Most of us learn to base our self-worth on comparisons and competition. Read it again. Most of us learn to base our self-worth on comparisons and competition. Keep going. We think about succeeding in terms of someone else failing. That is, if I win, you lose. Or if you win, I lose. I want you to start with if I win right here. Ready? And pause before the red words. Ready? If I win, you lose. Or if you win, I lose. Life becomes a zero-sum game. All right. We are out of time. I hope that you are enjoying learning about The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I studied it very extensively in the late 1990s, and you know what? I thought it would help me today, and I could already see a difference this last weekend where I made time for things that are important to me and things that are good for me to do. Like I went on a 4.5-mile walk that was good for me to do. And that's what the 7 habits are about. And I hope that you will study them to help you have a better life with Parkinson's. It's a little tool that we can use to become our best selves. All right, have a wonderful day. Speak with intent.